the small town of Bilohorодka. It's about 20 miles due west of the capital. This has now become one of those satellite towns that's processing people fleeing the battle zone. An astonishing 80,000 people have fled the Kyiv region and Sumy over the last few days, and it just doesn't stop.
Hundreds of thousands of civilians trapped in the besieged port city of Mariupol as Russia escalates its bombardment and stranglehold there. Officials sounding the alarm on the dire situation, saying the people there have little to no access to power, water or gas for heating. The city's stores and pharmacies looted. The city's been under siege for over a week now. Hospitals, churches, high-rise buildings, homes, all destroyed by massive, indiscriminate Russian shelling. Rescue workers risking their own lives to help others trapped in the rubble of their homes. Shell-shocked and homeless residents wander the empty streets searching for shelter. This man's house was hit by a mortar. He says, "I don't have a home anymore. That's why I'm moving. Why else would I be out?" Mariupol's mayor saying they've gone through 2 days of hell and Armageddon. Repeated efforts to help trapped residents leave have failed. President Zelensky accusing the Russians of deliberately targeting areas where civilians were set to be brought out, saying they have a clear order to hold Mariupol hostage, to torture it, to carry out constant bombardment. But despite their losses, Russian forces are still inching ever closer to Kyiv. US officials saying they're now only 9 miles away. In the capital, schools have now become shelters for the elderly, who've been rescued from their towns and villages after they came under Russian attack.
These railways have been a lifeline for these families getting away from the fighting in Ukraine. And overnight, we got a first-hand look at the urgent effort to evacuate sick children aboard a special train. Amidst a vicious war, Ukraine's most vulnerable, children living with disabilities and some fighting cancer, forced to flee. Down a dusty road, we find a medical train. Its cars transformed into intensive care units for the journey across the border to Poland. Each one of these cars is essentially a hospital room. You can see behind me here the beds, the children with their families, and the team of medics here helping them as they get ready to set off on this journey. The children evacuated from hospitals across the war-torn country. Some unable to walk, and workers passing them tenderly onto the waiting train. The Train of Hope, as it has been affectionately named, was originally set up to transport wounded Ukrainian soldiers to hospitals in Poland. But workers abandoned a training mission on the first day to help more than 600 refugees escape. Back on the train overnight, caregivers try to keep the children comfortable. Amidst the chaos, some clutching teddy bears start to fall asleep.